Well, good day, crew, good day. Look at that for a nice looking day. Nice fall day. I'm not sure what the temperature is yet, but we'll get into the garage and do our weather report here soon. I did get my grass cut the other day. I'm not done yet. I got to do around the house, but I shortened it up a bit. And today is Sunday, and I believe it is. Yes, it is. It's October 20th already, and today this is Sunday afternoon fireside chat, but it's done in the late morning. So, oh, it's so nice out. No wind. Wee little bit of cloud here and there, but nice day. All right, so I'll shut you off here for a minute and I'll get into the garage. All right, we're going to get the fire going here, and so I can at least say I had a fire on the Sunday afternoon fireside chat. So I'll go get some bits and pieces. I do have a little bit of stuff in there already, and we'll get moving along here. So we'll do the weather here in a few minutes. I'll get the fire going first, and the Hunks and Chunks pile is it's getting down. Well, not getting down. I've been burning a little bit this week because it's been kind of chilly. There, that'll get things going. I'll get bits of paper. There's various things that I use for starting fire. So I got paper usually, and I keep the egg carton crates and there's cardboard and other things. So as this will start to get used up soon. Some of you might have noticed I use this here, something foolish that I made, just to kind of cover up the door a little bit. And that kind of helps with the draft. So I can leave the door open and still have the fire going and not have any smoke come in. The 6-inch flue, it all drafts good, but it's not big enough to overcome the size of that door. So having the door closed off a bit helps the smoke to go out instead of coming in to the garage. So there we go. All right, let's go do the weather. Do the weather. So weather. Well, it's going to be good weather for this week anyway. For most of the week. So we're sitting at 15 degrees already today, and that would be 58 degrees Fahrenheit. southwest wind at 8 miles an hour, so that's pretty good. Don't feel anything outside with wind. So today is 17 and sunny, and 19 tomorrow and sunny, and Tuesday sunny and 17, Wednesday sunny and 20, and Thursday cloudy and 18. Then next Friday, cool down comes, I guess. Of course, that could change. 8 on Friday or 9 on Friday and 8 on Saturday. So that's that. So yeah, it's been kind of a busy week. I've been trying to get stuff done here at home this week. Say I did cut the grass, and I cut it a bit shorter than normal. So I used the case over here, and I set the mower deck down 1 notch, and so I cut all the grass yesterday with that. Yesterday or the day before? I forget now. Anyway, I gotta go around with the weed whacker and do all that part. And then I'm gonna take this Massey Ferguson 7 here and put the deck way down on it and go around the house 6 or 7 times and blow the grass away from the house and cut the grass as short as I can right at the house. And I'll do the same thing around the garage here. I think, I don't know, but I think that'll help keep mice away, because the mice don't want to be out in the open. So if you can keep the grass short, I guess that kind of helps that, I guess. Anyway, that's what's going to go on this week. And I got the flowers out front. I got to get them all chopped off, just so the mice can't hide in there. And what else? Oh yes, I always put the extensions on my downspouts on the house. And the downspout right there. I take it out, 2 or 3 feet away from the house, and I do that on all 4 spouts on the house. The ones on the garage, there's 2 on the garage at the back, and I don't need them on the garage. So, and what else have I got to do? My generator. I got to get my generator underneath that tarp. I got to get it out and get it going and just make sure it runs and makes power and all that kind of stuff. And it's a dual fuel, so I can run gasoline in it or I can run propane on it. And I have a hose. Where is my hose here? Where is the hose? Yeah, there's the hose. That's the hose right there. It's hooked to my gas line that goes out there, and then there's an 80-gallon tank out on that side of the garage. So I think, and I'm not sure, I remember when Fiona was here and we got this generator after Fiona, of course, and had never used it since, so that's good. I'm thinking, I don't know how I figured this out, but I think that 80-gallon tank, if it was full and, we run the generator for a certain amount of hours a day, I could get probably 2 weeks of running out of it. So there goes 2 things down the road there. That Dave's favorite things. Yeah, so the generator, I got to get that out and get that going this week. And I hope to never use gasoline in it, because the carburetor will get all dirty and messed up and then won't run. So I just as soon run it on propane. You don't have that problem. There's the fire going there pretty good. Fire's going pretty good. So I'll get a couple of sticks here now. See if I can set you up again here somewhere. Just for a minute. There. And this is kind of how I use my pickaroon to get the stuff up top here if I need to. And as you can see, I've burnt out a bit already. And we're gonna have an avalanche here. And Kenny could be right. I could be under a pile. I could be under an avalanche pile of wood. Anyway, the pickaroon is a great tool, I'll tell you. Just a great tool. There, kind of a hunks and chunks. We'll throw that in there. What else have we got here? Having my little door thing on here kind of makes it a little hard to get wood in sometimes, but anyway, it's not hard to take down, and sometimes you just get the wood in and it's fine. There. Now, so my son and I worked at the loader yesterday that we got from Gator, Gator's World channel, and it's come along great. It's I haven't gotten any video of that, what we did yesterday, but the loader is on, or the framework is all on underneath, and my son and I got into doing the front part here yesterday for these upright braces to hook to. So after I left yesterday, he's got all that done. So basically, it's all done for framework, and it's just a matter of putting the loader on. But the next step now is to get the pump mounted. That's the next hurdle, I guess. So once we have pump mounted, and then we have to try and figure out how to make adjustment for the belt so we can keep the belt tight. And once that's done, well, then it's on to the hoses. And then she's on to see if it works, I guess. So anyway, my son is very good at doing things like this. He's I don't know if I guess I could have done it, but anyway, my son seems to. I'm kind of just the helper on this project. He's the fabricator. Now I have to say, if you look at this loader, I made all that loader myself, but that was many moons ago. So the only parts that I had to get made out of my shop was this pipe here, have it bent here. So this is just muffler pipe, that's all that is. And then the bucket I had made at a metal shop. But all the rest of it I did myself. All the thinking and all the how-tos and and my original thought was that is a number 38 pipe loader for a Massey Ferguson tractor. So I tried to make it look like a pipe loader, number 38 pipe loader, because they were on the Massey Ferguson 135 farm tractors. And of course this 12 tractor kind of has the same look as they did. So that's why I kind of did it like that. It's a manure bucket system, I guess, but then it has a trip bucket on it. So you pull the handle over there and she trips, and when you put the loader back down on the ground, it automatically resets itself. So anyway, I made all that. That's kind of, and it's quick disconnect. Just pull this out, undo that one bolt, and the whole loader comes off. Everything comes off. The uprights stay. Not hard to get apart. Anyway, I used to be able to do stuff like that. I guess time gets to you, I guess. So anyway, my son's doing a great job, and I'm only guessing this, but I wouldn't doubt if things keep going the way they are. I wouldn't doubt that maybe in 2 to 3 weeks' time, that loader is going to be working. Anyway, what else have I got for you today? We'll have to do the stickers here in a little bit. Oh yes, I want to show you this here. This little something that I kind of accidentally found out. The Saker saw. And this battery. It has a way of testing it. So you turn it on and all the 3 lights come on, and it shows that it's charged. Well, don't trust that. My son has one of these Saker saws. His is a 6-inch blade instead of a 4 like mine. And I used it about 2 weeks ago, and it just didn't seem to want to. It would just go so far and quit, as like it was just getting fetched up in the change or something. So anyway, I mentioned it to my son, and he thought, well, maybe you should go back to Saker and see if you can get a replacement or something. So anyway, time goes on, and I used it again the other day, and sure enough, did the same thing again. So, but was checking this battery, and it showed charged. So I thought, well, I'm going to charge it, I guess. And so I put it in, and it's got the same charge as I've got. Your light comes on here, red showing charge, and then when it's charged, it shows green there in that light there. So anyway, so then I tried it again after it was charged, and it worked fine. Never stopped, never got jammed up or anything. Just cut the wood like it should, because I was quite disappointed in it, because I know this one, holy catch, you get no trouble cutting a piece of wood with it. But his, it just wouldn't do anything, seemed. And anyway, that shows charge, but it definitely was not. So, and I'm pretty sure I had trouble with this battery on my own here, so it didn't last as long as I thought it should, and it showed charged. So anyway, if you have something like this, Saker, or I guess doesn't matter what kind of a brand it is, if you had that kind of a battery, and it shows those 3 little lights, maybe you may want to just recharge it and try it again, because it definitely, the one yesterday was not charged, and it showed charged. Anyway, that's just a little thing I wanted to mention, and but they're a great tool, just a great tool. Great tool. It just amazes me, that little tool, what it can do, what you can use it for. Not only firewood, but just cutting up 2x4s. many different types of uses. And Gary from Tractor Talk with Gary had another use for it. He was splitting elm wood, and you know, some of that elm wood pretty stringy, so he was using the saker saw to kind of just, once the block was split and the strings were still there, he was using the saker saw just to snip those little strings off. So that's another good use. So anyway, that's a great tool, that thing. Another great tool is this right here. That is a great tool. You can find them used, you know, $200-300. I bought that one. It'll be 5 or 6 years ago now. It was $200, and it still had the paper on here. It was only used maybe once or twice, and the paper was still on here with the manual in it. Anyway, I've had great luck with that tool. That's just dandy. I know if I've almost bought another one at times just to have a second one. My son has one of those too. Now, another tool is that. Don't buy one of them. That's about the worst tool I ever bought. There, that's enough of that. Let me see now. Kenny did want me to try this water here someday, so I'll try that someday, Kenny. How's our fire going here? I'm starting to ramble and go on foolish, like I normally do. Oh, I had a great steak last night. Cooked it in there with my little grate there. Oh boy, it makes some job of a piece of steak. Or a pork chop or hamburgers or whatever you can get on it. Dandy, that's just the best way to cook is on a wood fire. Now, I don't know if I got anything else to say. I don't have a list today. I didn't write nothing down, so I guess we'll do the stickers now. I don't know how far along we are. We're 20 minutes, so I'm gonna be over my time limit, I'm pretty sure. Oh yes, I gotta go get my pointer. There now. So I watched a few videos this morning, so it doesn't mean that I'm going to remember what they were about. But anyway, so we have Grampy's workshop. Grampy's still working on his table in his workshop, making his cupboards. Oh yeah, boy, a detailed video there on how to make cupboards and stuff. Holy, yeah. And we have orange is my new green. Luke, haven't seen much of Luke lately. Grampy's workshop over here, and we have Murphy Mowers. And Garden Tractor Boy, Joseph, and of course I didn't get to see that yet, but it's on my list to watch, Joseph. Boda Bob, in the backyard with Dell. Len's keeping busy. I'm sure he's coming along with this new wall here. And Lewis, Mowers and Boats. Maintenance with Mikey had a good video there this morning I watched. It was probably posted yesterday or the day before, I don't know, but he was out clearing a pathway up where there was a road and it was kind of all grown in, and he was clearing that out, and I was kind of watching in the background to see if I could see any bears or coyotes or anything after him, but apparently not, so. Dave, RCAF Polar Express. Dave was doing the maintenance on his generator today. That's what got me to thinking about doing my own. Thank you, Dave. And we have Kenny and Open Air Adventure. And JVL, Mr. Gary. And Retired for Life, Brian. And Rick's outdoors, and they're still splitting wood. And they had to put one of their pussycats down this week, I guess, so that was kind of sad for them. And then we have Noel's garden tractors and firewood. And Noel is going to have a loader, a hydraulic loader, on one of his tractors soon. Yeah, I gotta like that. Then we have Rick at Twin Brook Acres and Everyday Projects. Craig, I didn't watch that yet, but I'm gonna try to. He's gonna install one of them little diesel heaters in something. I'd like to kind of see that. Then we have Gravely Man Small Engine Repair. Artie, if you need any advice or knowledge about Gravely Small Engine tractors, two-wheel tractors, he's the man to ask, that's all. Outdoors in the 608, Jeremiah had a great video there this morning on the Jack Burke hickory, splitting that up. He's got a great system there, how he divides things up as he splits and how he stacks it. And Tucker and I out and about. Todd Raven, Brian and Holly had a video on there this morning. I forget now the community that they were visiting, but anyway, Brian was in annoying the locals again, so I'm just kidding you, Brian. Anyway, Big Sons, I'm sure he's still cutting grass, probably. He's lots further south than I am, so I'm sure he'll be cutting for a while. Allen Family Firewood, they did an expansion on their wood yard there, a big expansion. Yeah. Okay, Phil is working by himself now, so the log father, he's been still busy cutting wood and selling. Daryl Wells, different stuff. Father and son outdoors. John, the Bradleys on Catbird Hill. And of course, Gator, Gator's World. Thanks very much, Gator. We're getting right along with this loader, and hopefully we'll have some video on that soon. And then Ross on the land. He and his son Aiden were putting up a carport there. I kind of had mentioned that if I had put one of them up here, I'd be probably chasing it down the road with the kind of wind that we get. Anyway, hopefully it works out for them. And Larry Cluck outdoors, Cluck Dora, Alan, he had a video on his trailer. He was putting some wood on the trailer, so expensive stuff, he figures, and it is. And it's no different than me. I went and bought a little bit of steel to do this work on the loader that we're putting on the tractor, and holy cats, the price of steel is just unreal. Unreal. Now, over here, we can't forget Gary. Tractor Talk with Gary with the Gary approved smoke. Yep. All right. Now, I'm going to go up here. It's something I just don't think of it, I guess. But anyway, before I had that sticker board, I kind of had this one. So, and this may be before I even got into videoing this, but I was watching videos. So there's one of Luke's old stickers, and then we have two stickers from Garden Tractor Boy. And I think the first sticker I ever got was from Dave, RCAF Polar Express. Now, a channel that I watch that I don't have down on the other board is this one, Ontario Firewood Resource. His name is Anthony, and he does a lot of firewood and talks about wood species and how he does things and what he does for selling. But he does have another business too. But anyway, and he also has videos of out on where was he? This video I watched this morning, he was on Lake Simcoe in Ontario. He lives in Toronto. He does a lot of smoker wood apparently, and sells to restaurants. And yeah, he's got a great channel there. He's not putting out as many videos as he used to, but they are still coming. He has a little boat that he goes on cruises with, and he goes to cabins, and he goes to here and goes to there, and lots of different types of videos on his channel. It wouldn't hurt to go and have a look at his channel. Ontario Firewood Resource. His name is Anthony, and he lives in Toronto. There now, so I think that's going to round her up. She's coming up to the 30 minutes here, so I'm going to cut her off. So have a great Sunday, wherever you are at and whatever you are doing. And we will chat later. Goodbye.